Hello and welcome to Starfleet Academy, welcome to 1997 and welcome to a whole year before Half-Life comes out, a year before Jurassic Park Trespasser, and we're playing in Starfleet Academy, so we're taking starships and flying them around in space, but we are in fact in a simulator in the game. If we go to settings, we will notice that there are no resolution scaling settings. This was a game that came out possibly for DOS, but certainly was advertised as Windows 95 compatible. It means that the resolution was 640 by 480. We are using DG Voodoo as a wrapper in order to make it 2K for me and 1080 for you, but it's going to mean that the text is slightly fuzzy. It also means the videos, well, they're going to be a little bit stretched. They are all 256 colors, although as we have the spinning starship, we've managed to attach better shaders to this thing. I think it was the Orchid Righteous 3D Voodoo 1 this was running on originally. So, NCC 1864, that's the USS Reliant, that's a Miranda-class starship. We can turn highlights, object textures, and dense star field and things off. But I don't remember a time when I ever needed to do that. So if we hit the keyboard, we will see that the keyboard controls were programmed by a gremlin. We're going to be using 8, 4, 6 and 2 on the keypad to pan up, down, left and right. We have things like, ship stations is B, alert status is A, damage control is D, but the most important one is H for hail. I don't think the game actually tells you, but if you get to the end of a mission, you have to hail Starbase 1 by pressing H and then selecting Starbase 1 and saying, I'd like to end the mission. Don't try and fly into the starbase. You'll explode. If we hit previous, and there is a relic of a bygone era. Well, a couple of them, in fact. If we go to controls, it says use joystick and recalibrate. I do not believe you can use a joystick in this because joysticks originally connected using the joystick port of your sound card. And I haven't seen one of those ports in many years. So if we hit return, there is one other relic of a bygone era, which is under network, and it is IPX network. Now I did play this multiplayer back in the day. I played it with my Pentium 3 on one desk. I had a Cyrix PR233 on another desk in my bedroom. I had two computers in my bedroom. That's where James would be playing. And upstairs on what was it? It was an AMD K62 was my brother. And an IPX network. It's not TCP/IP. You need to manually enter IP addresses for each of your computers, manually enter the subnet mask and manually enter all the other protocols like NetBEUI. It was, well, we don't have to do that now. We just enter the Wi-Fi address and everything's done for us. So what I'm going to do is hit new game and we're going to jump straight in.
Cadet's log. First entry. Cadet David Forrester logging on. Today they took us for a tour of the simulator, and for the first time, I met my crew. That's Jeffrey Corrin, my navigator. He's from one of the wealthiest families on Alpha Centauri. Rumor has it he was up for command school, but didn't take it because he doesn't like the responsibility of command. Of course, rumor also has it that his photon torpedoes never miss. At the helm is Jana Acton. She's from the mining colony on Rigel 12 in the Levantine Expanse. She hasn't had an easy life. They live pretty rough out there, especially by Federation standards. My engineer is Robin Brady, from Colorado, on Earth. He's a quiet guy, but I'm told he can tear apart and rebuild a warp drive in record time. Over by communications, that's Vanda Magia. She's the oldest daughter of a prominent Andorian ambassador. Most Andorians never expected her to take on a heavy responsibility like Starfleet. My science officer is Sturek, from Vulcan. I worked with him in some computer classes last year. He's brilliant, even by Vulcan standards.
Cadets,
we're scheduled to complete familiarization later this morning, and this afternoon we fly our first real simulator mission, our trial by fire. Let's hope we're ready for it.
All right. So we can check our crew from this screen here. Captain Forrester, 85%. I did notice that Captain Forrester's hair does not move. There is an awful lot of hairspray going on there. Sturrock, 89, so we got 75, 75, 80, and 80. I believe, from what I remember, there are cutscenes in between the missions, and what you do is you have like choices that we can make, and that'll make these numbers go up and down. So you have to be very careful about how you play, even the FMVs in between missions. So what we're going to do is just hit continue.
Cadets, this is your first Starfleet Academy mission. Several star systems are threatened by drifting minefields. Your job is to destroy the mines and to capture the devices controlling them. Further instructions will be sent to you as your mission progresses. Now, Mr. Forrester, we need you to choose your vessel. The more powerful your vessel, the more difficult the scenario will become.
So it doesn't tell you which vessel is going to be more powerful. The Oberth class is a tiny little ship, Miranda is a medium, and Constitution, which is the Enterprise and the Yorktown, is going to be much, much bigger. I will probably... I really want to go for the Oberth class. I love the Oberth class. That's the USS Grissom and the USS Pegasus. The Miranda is the Reliant and the Constitution is the Yorktown and the Enterprise, but I think this is the Constitution refit. So that's going to be the one from the motion picture. Let's go with Miranda.
I'd like a Miranda-class ship.
Miranda class. This should be interesting.
Captain's log, stardate 2967.5. Weapons of war do not recognize truces, ceasefires, or peace treaties. They're capable of killing millennia after their wars have been forgotten. Our mission involves these weapons. We must neutralize several dangerous minefields that are threatening Federation space.
Message from Starbase, Captain.
Warp to System S1222 by pressing keys Shift and W to engage warp. Your course is automatically plotted by your navigator if it is a mission objective.
Course laid in, Captain.
Okay, so we have some things we can do. F2 will take us outside of the ship. Yep, so we can see the ship from various angles. Is it F3? Yeah, F3 will put us back inside. So we can have the view screen and we can have the movie sprites, which is what they call these. This is basically just a training mission just to get us used to the controls, the gremlin controls. So, Shift and W.
Entering System 1222, Captain.
After entering the system, go to Red Alert by pressing the A key and then the R key. Target a mine. Use the keypad 0 or period keys to cycle through targets. The targeted item will have a square around it. If the square is red, it is in phaser range. If the red square has crosshairs, the target is in photon torpedo range. The keypad plus keys selects the nearest target. These mines fire weapons at the ship and explode in close proximity to the ship. Do not approach them too closely. Button 1 on the joystick will fire phasers, and button 2 will fire the photon torpedoes. Each ship has a limited complement of photon torpedoes on board, so use them sparingly.
Right, so we can go A, Y for yellow alert, which is shields only, no weapons. AR for red alert, which is shields and weapons. We have 60 photon torpedoes. I believe we have 2 forward, 2 aft, and they're mounted on the roll bar on the top of the ship. So that's where the photon torpedo launchers are. The phasers are on the sides, on the little elbows on the sides, either side of the ship. So there we go. Yeah, 2 forward, 2 aft. In order to change the range of the radar, we tap R. I think F3 takes us into more of a combat view, so we can see our shield status and everything, which is kind of neat, because I don't think you can see that here. Plus, we'll select a standard mine, and then R just to zoom back in. I hit D for damage control, didn't want to do that. Let's go back, so just hit D again and get rid of it. So no one's shooting. These are mines. It's literally just to get you used to the controls. So Alt is fire phasers.
Mine destroyed, Captain.
And we're going to hear that a lot, and we'll get the combat music as well. 1 through 9 is your speed. 5 on the number pad will stop the ship moving. So we're going to speed up a little bit. It's not too difficult. We'll just zoop through this minefield. Pick up a decent amount of speed. The 2D, 3D map is basically the same as all other 2D, 3D maps for the space, the one in the middle of the screen. I don't think I've seen an improvement on it. I think it's even possibly the same as the one that's in... Ooh, certainly Wing Commander? Oh, there they are. They're ahead of us. Blue square turns to green. Green means the thing knows we're here. They will fire if we get too close, and then explode if we get even closer. Where are you? There we are. Yeah, the music is very animated. The interesting thing is, I believe, if I recall rightly, that 3D mode like this would have only been available if you had a 3D effects card, like a Voodoo, but I can't remember. Otherwise, you would run it in software mode, which is through the processor, which is why I guess you can turn off things like lens flares and stuff. Although I haven't seen a lens flare. Can we speed up a little bit? Yep, let's do that. So it essentially has auto-target. Anything that's in front of us on the view screen has auto-target. Which is kind of neat, don't need to worry about that too much.
After destroying all mines, target the first mine controller. Switch to disabling phases by pressing the F key. Note, photon torpedoes do not have a disabling mode. Using photon torpedoes on a disabled ship will destroy it. Once the mine controller is disabled, Starfleet will order you to go to System S-1622. Warp to System S-1622 by pressing Shift and W.
Right, so we will hit F, and our phasers in the middle of the screen go from green to blue. And we'll find the mine controller. We cannot blow that up. I don't think we fail the mission. I think you fail it, but you can continue. And that's the way it works. So we can pop a photon torpedo into it. If we hit F3, we'll go into like tactical view.
Forward shields have been hit.
So,
Forward shields are critical, sir.
okay, so
Life support has been hit.
okay,
Shield system is damaged, Captain. Repair crews are working on it.
shields damaged. That's not
Forward
great.
shields online.
Forward shields online. That's fine. Things will get repaired over time. We can change the allocation of repair crews. At the moment, I think it's balanced. So our phaser arrays are a little damaged. I went, ooh, as I fired a photon torpedo because I noticed it.
Your mission in this system. Proceed to System 1622.
Course laid in, Captain.
Yeah, I noticed the shields were down, and if we popped a photon torpedo through the shields, it would explode. So it uses a system where photon torpedoes are good against hull, phasers are good against shields. So if we take the shields down and then pop a photon torpedo in, it does a lot more damage. Okay, Shift and W.
Entering System 1622, Captain.
We're going to leave ourselves on red alert.
Target and destroy all mines once more.
I don't know that they are the closest. I think... Oh, wow. There's a bunch of people here. We're not actually currently moving. Oh, let's switch back to naughty phases. Okay, cool. Spin around, and...
Disable second mine controller.
What?
Disable second mine controller.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Oh, he's right there. We'll go into tactical view. So we're doing damage to, because his rear shields are down. We have dorsal, ventral, and oh, we're gonna be shot by the. We're gonna be shot by the mines. Yeah, we have dorsal, ventral, and then there we go. And then shields for all round, all sides.
Forward shields repaired.
So we have 3D shields, which is kind of cool. Switch back to naughty phases. Which are the red ones. Naughty phases? I don't know. Can we... Oh, there we go. Right. Can be a little bit careful.
Phasers are
Oh, they're
operational
right
again,
behind
Captain.
us. Okay.
Crystals are realigned, Captain. Warp drives are ready.
Mine destroyed.
Oh, the crystals are realigned. Neat.
Foresight shields repaired.
Mine destroyed, Captain.
Okay. Standard mine. Hit R. See where that is. There's another cluster of them somewhere. So I don't believe you can just warp off and go to wherever you want outside of the multiplayer. I think multiplayer was the only way that you could like select a system and actually go there. In the game it just says, go to the system, that'll be fine. Can we get a hit on that? Yep. You can dodge the photon torpedoes.
Tractor the mine controller. While the controller is targeted and within 2,000 units, press the T key.
Okay, I'm gonna hit F to change the phases back to safety phases. Just change it to the stun setting. I don't think there's a stun setting in the game. Wait, how do I target that? 0. Okay. I don't think there's a stun setting on starships in like Star Trek. But in the game, they were just like, yeah, we'll have it. It makes sense. Blue is technically original series phases. So 27,000 kilometers, I think. 0 on the numbers at the top of the keyboard is the fastest you can go. Let's see. Damage control. I think we can, I think from here we can assign just like people to just do max damage control to get systems back online as quickly as possible. So that thing's kind of a long way away, 130,000 K. We can't go to the nebula in the background. It's a 256 color nebula. So I'm going to start slowing down because there is inertia as well. Within 2 kilometers. If we bump that thing, it might be a problem. I'm going to go AY. So we have our shields on. And let's slow down a little bit more, press 2. I don't want to bump it, because if you destroy it, the dude gets very upset. He's just like, please stop destroying our stuff. It's actually spinning away from us, so boop.
You have successfully tractored the mine controller. Starfleet will be pleased. Warp to Starbase by pressing Shift and W.
Okay, so that thing is absolutely monstrous compared to us. It's huge. Yeah, the mind controller, that's just a giant thing. So this is what we mean. We gotta hail Starbase 1.
Hailing frequency open.
Everything is going fine.
Mission, everything is going fine. Forrester out.
Oh yeah, I forgot he actually just says it. Mission accomplished, Starfleet.
Mission accomplished, Starfleet.
Congratulations. You have dealt with overwhelming odds in a manner consistent with the best traditions of Starfleet.
So at this point, we can save the game. I'm going to do that. How do we do that? Can we actually type in there? Oh yeah, we can. Double click on it. So, save 001. There we go. And enter. Not enter, but carriage return. That does it. Okay, cool. Continue.
Good afternoon, crew.
Hey, hello, dude.
I asked y'all to meet me here so we could get acquainted. Did everyone get a drink?
Yes. Any chance of something stronger?
Not on my salary. So, you want to sit down? So, what did you think of Rothro's speech today?
Well, I didn't agree with Rothro. I mean, you can't invent a rule for every situation.
Perhaps not, but statistically speaking, the current Starfleet regulations have brought the Federation unprecedented success.
I don't think we have a choice here. If we don't follow the established procedures, we simply invite chaos.
Starfleet's not perfect, Jana, and neither are the regs.
Perhaps not, but I didn't apply to Starfleet because I thought I knew better than the best minds in the Federation.
Well, maybe you didn't, but I know I have something to offer to Starfleet.
Why did you get into Starfleet, Corn?
I bought my way in. Hey, don't look so surprised. There's a 2-for-1 sale on shuttlecraft today.
Look, Corin, this may be a joke to you, but it is a privilege to be here at Starfleet. I worked hard to get here.
So, Jana, how did you get here anyway? Stealing the local shuttle or just hitching a ride on your garbage truck?
Alright. Jane, back off. Corin, you're out of line. Both of you stop. Let the two of them handle themselves. Interesting. Both of you stop.
Both of you stop!
She can't take a joke.
Oh, you provoked the fight, Corin. Now apologize. You're right. Jaina, let it go. No one acts like this on my crew.
No one acts like this on my crew.
I'm really sorry.
Look, maybe that's enough getting acquainted for today.
In the interest of completeness, I suggest we hear from Robin.
Oh, right. Robin? What about you?
I wasn't even sure I wanted to join Starfleet. I was happy working on the weather control satellite monitoring systems. Starfleet's a lot more socially complex.
Socially complex.
Corn?
Sorry.
I just want to be able to serve, that's all.
I concur. When one has the capabilities that are of use to the many, service is the only logical response.
I agree.
Absolutely.
And we'll all get that chance. To the crew.
To the crew.
Here, here.
And then we get the option to save again because I think we checked crew after that interaction. Some of these numbers may have changed. Actually, no, they haven't, but they will change with other interactions with the crew. So there is a whole storyline in between missions. So we'll go back to save, and then we can just hit enter, and then save. Just unimaginative. Save 002. Game saved. Cool. I'm going to leave it there for the time being because I don't even know if this is recording. I can't tab out to get to OBS. So I've got to bind a shortcut key to map start and stop recordings, which for me is scroll lock because it puts a light on the keyboard. I'm going to say if you like this video, you're going to need to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, obviously leave a subscribe because, you know, why would you not? But I'm also going to ask anyone who watched this to this point in the video, if you want to see more missions, if you want to see me go further with this, then say something in the comments. If you don't want to say anything, just don't say anything and we'll move on and find a different game. But yeah, I'm happy to play through the whole thing if you guys want that. Otherwise, I will catch you next time.